Welcome to all. This is Logeshwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, St.Josephs College of Arts and Science for Women. Today we will learn about C functions. So what is meant by functions? The function has a set of statements. It can perform some specific task. It can provide modularity and code reusability. The programming statement of functions enclosed within braces. It has certain meanings and they perform some operations also. They are also called the subroutines and procedure in other language. What are the syntax for the function? The syntax of the functions having three aspects: function declaration, function definition, function call. We are going to see function declaration. So what is meant by function declaration? We must provide the function name, give the return type and name and type of the parameters. The function declaration tell the compiler there is a function with a given name. We can define somewhere else in the program. So what is the syntax? The return type, name of the function and parameter values. The parameter name is not mandatory while declare the function. Okay, so we can also declare the function without using the name of the data variable. Okay, so example, int sum of int a comma int b. Okay, so int as a return type, sum as a name of the function, so parameter value as a and b. This is an example for the functions. Int as a return type, sum as a function name, int is a parameter type and a is a parameter name and b as a also parameter name. So end of the statement we give the semicolon. This is the function statement. Okay, the function is must always be declared globally before calling it. We can declare the function, we should give the semicolon. Okay, so the function is always declared the global before calling it. Definition. Function definitions consist of is actual statement which are executed when the function is called. So the functions generally defined and declared in the single step because the function is defined always start with a function declaration. Okay, so we do not need the declaration, it explicitly. The below example for the function definition. First you can give the return type, function name and within the parameter value and parameter 1, parameter 2. The parameter type also you have to mention. Okay, so start of the function you have to give the open brace, after that the body of the function, then end of the function you have to give close brace. Function definition examples here. So int heading of void. Okay, so int means return type, function name as heading, so void as a parameter argument. Okay, so no need the semicolon for the definition part. Okay, so int heading of void is a header. After that you can start the main function, you can start the function, you can give the open brace, after that you can give the more statement in the block, so the end of the statement you can give the close brace. Okay, this section is called as the body sections. Function call. So function call is a statement that instructs the compiler to execute of the program. So we use the function name and parameters in the function call. So in the below example, first the sum function is called and 10 and 30 values are passed to the sum functions. After the function call, sum of the a and b is returned and control is also returned back to the main function of the program. So function call is necessary to bring the program control to the function definition. It is not called, the function statement will not be executed. Program for the function definition. So first the program started from main function. After that it can declare the variable as add and it can assign the function as sum of 10, 30. This is the calling function. This function is automatically pause this definition part. So the definition part you can pause the two argument 10 and 30. So 10 is stored to a and 30 is stored to b. Okay, so after that the sum function return the sum of a and b to the main function. Okay, so after that it can store the add variable. So the value was 40 is stored to add, then printf will print the add value variable. So the value what is the output we can get 40. Function return type tell what types of value is written after all the function is executed. When we don't want the return value, we can use the void data type. Example, int function name parameters. So suppose if you use more the parameters, you have to use comma, put the comma in the parameters. The above function will return an integer value after running the statement. Okay, so only one value can be written from the save function. Suppose if you need the multiple values written, so we have to use pointer and structures. Function argument, it can also known as the parameters. The data are passed to a function. Example, int function name, the argument value was in variable 1, in variable 2. Work first declaring a function. The first step is where we declare a function. Defining a function, it can define the return type and parameter of the functions. Calling the function step where we call the function by the passing the argument in the function. Executing the function, so executing the function is a step where we can run all the statement in the functions to get the final result. Retaining a value, so retaining a value is the step where the calculated value after the execution of the function is written. Existing function is the final step where all the allocated memory in the variables, functions, etc. It means you can destroy it before giving the full control of the main function. Function, there are two types of functions there, library function and user defined functions. Is referred as a built-in function. So compiler already knows what is that function is perform the task. Built-in functions have the advantages of being directly, it can without being defined, whereas user-defined function must be declared and defined before being used. For example, power, square root, string copy, string comparison, these are the built-in function because we know very well. Suppose if you copy the string, you have to use that string copy functions. If you want to use the square root operations in your program, you have to use square root functions. Okay, so these are the built-in functions. What is the advantages of library function? The library function is easy to use. After that, it's a save lot of time, the function developed in time. So C library functions are convenient as always work. Defined function. User defined function is program create. As of now, the user defined the functions. After that, user defined function can be improved and modified according to the programmer. Whenever we write the function is case specific and is not defined any header file, we need to declare and define the whole function according to the syntax. So advantages of user defined function: changing the function can be modified as per need. The code of this function is reusable with other functions. These functions are easy to understand and debug and maintain easily.